What is going on, everybody? It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. It is the last trading day of September, and we will be going into October 1st on a Monday. So it's the last trading day of September, and what a bang. Today has been such a crazy day for these stocks. A lot popping off today. And like I said, September is going out with a bang. We got IGC just going on a wicked run right here. SYN going on an insane supernova just explosion. Look at this, from 250 hitting a high today of $8, and now it's starting to drop off. NBE with just a nice explosion today of it's $1, but let's see, it went from 425 to 575. So we got that. TLRY, nice gap up with sideways action. Yesterday went on a really nice morning rip right here. Just a lot of crazy stuff. A lot. These pot stocks they were just insane. And to think, NBEV, IGC, there was one more. What one was it? I think it was Kron. These companies came out with public offerings on Monday, and I thought it was just going to kill them. And it just goes to prove me wrong. If I zoom out on this, this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So the last Friday, this dropped off hard. Then we got a big gap down Monday, and then it just continued to sell off. And then after hours, it came back up. And then the next 3 days, we just seen this going sideways, and you can see that right here. And if you put a resistance on this, it was pretty much in a range from this red line here to this purple line. And then today, Friday, gapped up pre-market and then just exploded up. We had a pullback and exploded up through this resistance right here, where it was in this range the past 3 days. 4 days, I would say. IGC is the biggest surprise, I would say. And if you look at the daily here, the daily, it's just crazy looking. Look at all these gap ups. And then it pulls back right here. And then the last 2 weeks has just been insane, going from $1 up to a high of 760s. And then just like I said, look at all these gap ups. And then it's just been gapping up, gapping up, gapping up, gapping up. Now that it is Friday, I will say this is very, very, very risky holding these over the weekend, but you could also be rewarded highly if you hold it for a huge gap up. This is showing that it loves to gap up. It loves gapping up. But like I said, it's so overextended. I would just ride the momentum on it. That's it. That's me personally. That's what I'm saying about this. And then here, I got a trend line on it right now currently. So it's in this trend, and it's bouncing right off this trend support right here. We're going to see going into the final hours of Friday and September, is this going to hold up, or is it going to crack it and just start giving back everything it did right here? You know, Fridays are tricky, and this is why I normally don't trade on Fridays, is because we have, normally stuff doesn't really pop off on Fridays, but then we have those days when stocks just go absolutely insane on Fridays, and this is one of those days. It's like a trifecta of everything coming together. It's the last day of the month. It's Friday. We've been in this pot stock mania. We're heading into October. These stocks have just been grinding all month, pretty much. And they're just going out with a bang. And that's everything that forms, but I call it the trifecta of these explosive moves. I did not take a trade today. As I said, I don't normally like to trade on Fridays. This would have been a great trading day right here. But I like to just simply observe what happens Friday, take the information, study it over the weekend, and come prepared Monday. We've seen the energy and gas sector pop off this week. The pot sector is still going strong. And here goes IGC right here. Yesterday, when this was approaching $4, going back to the last time this touched $4, I was thinking this was going to have a tough time testing $4 and breaking through $4. As you can see here yesterday, it came up to 4, almost 4, and then it pulled back. And then it came back up to 4 again, pulled back a little bit, and just started grinding up. And then you can see it surged over $4 up to a high of $4.34. It comes back below $4 and then just starts grinding its way back up and over $4. So in a way, it's like getting comfortable with $4. It's taken a little bite of $4 each time it touches it. And then here at 416 area, right before the close, we get this surge from $4, $4.15. This thing just goes insane after hours, hitting highs of $5.55. And then the next day, pre-market, this is hitting almost $6. Market opens, we're touching $6.40. And then this just kept grinding and grinding, making higher lows. And then it just kept getting momentum and momentum, and it topped out here at almost $7.50. Now it's breaking out of this trend line right now. We're coming into that part of the day. It's a Friday, the last day of the month. Traders want to take their profits and call it a day, call it a week, call it a month, and then go into October fresh. So a lot of these we could see just fall off. We'll see. Same thing with SYN. It was in a good range here from $6.10 up to $8. And when it had this bounce right here, you could see it starting to putter out, and then it just fell. It literally just dropped from $6.75. Now it's at $5. SYN's trading volume is at 17.8 million. IGC's trading volume is 83 million. Go back to the daily chart here. Let me show you real quick. You can see the volume right here. Now going back to a trading day when it's touched 83 million in volume is right here. And it did 76 million in volume. And look what it did. It spiked up and it gave everything back. Now today, it's surpassed this day's trading volume, and look what it's doing. It spiked up and now it's giving everything back. So that's why I say these stocks, they all have their own personality, and it's up to you to go back and look at the history and compare what it did, because these stocks remember their past. That's why you look at support levels, resistant levels, the trading volume on big volatile days. What was major, where, like this day right here, it traded 76 million in volume, and it had a range of $2.63 to $4. So we know it's volatile when it gets a lot of volume, but then it also gives a lot of its gains back. And that's history repeats itself, and that's exactly what it's doing right here. That's what I love about trading. You're like an investigator in a way, and you're going through and you're just putting the pieces together. And it's really crazy how just everything aligns once you put everything together. put news releases together, put volume together, price action, chart history together, resistance, support. There's just so much to put together when analyzing a stock. And we got NBEV right here. And just for giggles, I just put a Fibonacci retracement on this to see where it would trade in. We can see it had resistance right here at the 61.8 level, okay? Here at almost $5, 485. And then it finally broke above that, and it comes and it touches all the way to this 50% mark right here. And now it's dropping right back down. So as this is dropping down, I would look for this old resistance right here to hold as support. This 480 level, I would say. I'm going to be looking for any NBEV 480 to hold as support. Now let's go to the intraday chart. Where's 480 on here? Right there. So I'll be looking for it to hold this area, $485 area. I know there's a lot of lines on this chart, but let's just see how far this will drop. You never know what could happen. Shorts could jump in on this way too early and just start shorting it and shorting it and shorting it, piling in on it. And then out of nowhere, they all get squeezed, and this thing just goes on a big, huge parabolic run. Anything can happen. We also had an OGEN making moves today with a range of 72 cents all the way up to $1 here. Just a lot of just crazy great moves today. AMRN going from 14 to 15.50. So I can't wait to go over all this stuff over the weekend. We got a lot to dive into. We got a lot to do. So make sure you guys tune in. I'm probably going to be going live to go over the market and start preparing for the upcoming week on Saturday. And I'm going to do a live stream on Sunday. I'm not sure what time. Probably around noon. But make sure you guys keep an eye out and join me. Let's have fun. Let's analyze the market, dive into what the market's been doing the past week, 2 weeks, and prepare for the upcoming week. See if there's any patterns that are just forming over and over again. But we are transitioning into a new month. The way I look at it, when we enter into a new month, we start fresh. Everything starts fresh. And you start from square one and you analyze what the market's telling you and you start putting together, all right, what's the current trend the market's in at the moment. But all right, that's it for this one, guys. We got 2 hours before the market close. I will add on to this video and do an end of the day conclusion. And all right, back, guys. Stay tuned. After hours now. It is going on 12:30 a.m. going into Saturday, September 29th. And OGEN started to perk up towards the end of the day right here, coming up to $1. And it closed at $1.12. And then it got to a high of $1.25. We could possibly see a gap up on OGEN and maybe a continuation on Monday. We'll see. I just want to go over real quick on how these stocks did when they closed. We also got IGC. IGC held most of its gains and closed pretty well. Towards the end right there, it went from 750, dipped all the way down to 540, and then grinded its way all the way back up right here to almost $7. NBEV just kept grinding and grinding and grinding. Looks like it got short squeezed. This was at the beginning of the day, 4:30, around that area. Hits a high of 572, pulls back to the VWAP right here, kissed the VWAP, started grinding and making higher lows, making a low at $5. And then grinding all the way up after hours to 588. ACST just grinded and got momentum at the end of the day here at $1 up to $1.45, but no I mean, it's got 4.8 million in volume. It just doesn't look healthy to me. TLRY went on a real crazy move here. Thursday, this was at $115. Now it's at $151. It hit after hours. So it looked like this was just making sideways action. It was making lower highs, really holding this support at 137. And then it cracked right here, and it was a fake out. And it just went on a very nice run right here from $1.34 to 151. Not $1.31, 134 to 151. I'm used to looking at penny stocks. SYN, now this one is a crazy one. Look at that. Straight up and straight down. People just kept buying it, buying it, and buying it. And then we had this sideways action right here. And then as soon as it cracked this line right here, everybody who bought it all in here just dumped it. And that's what happened. This went from $2.50 to a high of $8 and then falls all the way down back to $2.50. That's so literally straight up, straight back down to where it came from. Wow. Let's look at this on the 5-minute. Almost like a double top right here it did. The 15-minute. And that just looks like an M. And then the 65-minute. That's just crazy. Straight up, straight down. What else? Funko started trending back up. Recently, this was hanging around this $20 level. And then it just slowly started grinding up. It was like from $20 to $22. And then it finally broke out of this range right here. Thursday, you could see it surged up from $21.55 to $23.73. Pulls back down to this old resistance right here and right here. Just kept going. If you look at this on the daily chart, we'll go over this more over the weekend, but real quick, this touched $31 and it pulled back down to this 50-day moving average. Then we had sideways action consolidating, and now it's trending right back up, and maybe it'll start working its way up and making a U-shape to the old high here at $31. We'll see. But Funko has just been on my radar for the past couple weeks because I'm just fascinated with it. I want to see how it turns out. Jern didn't really do anything after that big drop. As you can see right there, it just keeps dropping and fading off. And I think I went over everything. There was just a lot of crazy moves today. A lot. But I just wanted to show you guys some end of the day, how these stocks ended at the end of the day going into the weekend. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and join me on the weekends when I live stream, go over charts, and prepare for the upcoming week. I'm excited for Monday. It's going to be the 1st of October. I'm ready. Let's bring it on. October, November is known for the market to be very, very hot and crazy moves happening. And Friday kicked it off pretty much. So let's get it. Let's go, team. Also, I'm ending the week up. Almost $400. I took 2 trades, JAGX and RXII. That was it. Just 2 trades, up 400 on the week, and I am ending September in the green. And I will go over and make a video and show you guys all the statements from my broker, and we'll go over all the trades that I did. Alright guys, later.